While the world stays home for the foreseeable future, people have a lot of questions. Will we ever go back to work? Will we ever gather for overpriced alcohol in a confined space that is way too loud? Well, we are starting to worry about the really important things. Will the Xbox Series X and PS5 be delayed? We're going to talk ourselves in circles over coffee. Ever since the beginning of this pandemic, even when it started, what was it at this point? Probably 130 days ago, somewhere around November 2019.
It's when it was in its infancy.
The video game industry has definitely come in question. Between, I think, Tencent was probably the first big company to have their people work from home in China. And then after that, it was kind of a snowball of news.
Yeah, well, you mean lack of news?
Well, once we got into 2020, it became, a lack of news, just a snowball of a lot of questions. The first big piece of news regarding COVID-19 was at least the American studios and the European studios working from home.
No, it was definitely GDC was probably when it first started.
Well, some of the studios worked from home before that.
I really didn't hear about. I didn't really hear about the effect of COVID-19 on the video game industry until when they announced the GDC postponement.
That was definitely...
And then E3.
Well, E3 was way too late. E3 was one of the ones where we knew it was going to be canceled because there's no way it could be held.
Yeah.
But they just kind of drug their feet on that. Then after that, I would say the big news was Square Enix confirming that Final Fantasy VII would have a shortage of physical copies come release, and for the short while after release. Today, we woke up to news that because of this shortage of copies, they had already released it in some regions, including Australia, which had people streaming the game and all of that such.
Yeah, I had no clue that even happened, honestly.
Yeah, people were upset. People were happy. A whole big mix of emotions. But now we have a lot to think about. Is things like, is Last of Us 2 going to get delayed again? And will it be because they're working from home, or will it be because they can't get the physical copies out?
It's definitely going to get delayed.
I think it's because of manufacturing.
I think anything that was coming out after April,
I don't think it's creatively delayed.
I think it's delayed. It's definitely delayed.
You're saying delayed. I'm agreeing that it's going to be delayed. I don't think it's creatively delayed. I think it's going to be because of manufacturing.
No, I think it's creatively delayed. I think they're having problems with probably have to work from home.
I mean, I'm sure they're having problems, but
especially when you're in the last push of a game, like the last when
absolutely.
you want the game to go gold, and now you have to split your whole team up from home. Like you have to push the game back from everything. Like I think every game's gonna get delayed now. I think like Cyberpunk's gonna get delayed. I think that Halo Infinite's getting delayed.
Oh well, 343 said it will not be delayed. They said they have no problem with working from home and they're working perfectly fine.
Well, no, then Phil Spencer just the other day, either it was today or yesterday. I don't know what day it is right now, so it's pandemic for you. But Phil Spencer said that they are having troubles working from home, but they are pushing through it, and that the Xbox, they're developers. Like Xbox games.
Because 343 pretty specifically said, I believe, that they're doing pretty fine.
That's not what Phil Spencer's saying.
I understand, but the 343 said it. Like the company making the game, the developer making the game.
But I think that everything's getting delayed. And I think the reason we are being told that the Xbox Series X and the PS5 aren't being delayed is all comes down to that sweet, sweet stock price. You right now announce that your systems are going to be delayed, your stock is tanking. Yeah, that was going to be making your money this year.
But it's not, I don't think it's that simple, because
I think so.
I don't, because is the fall of the share worse now, or is it worse when you get closer to release? I think it's a lot worse closer to release. I think if they were to come out and be upfront about it and say it now, of course they're going to lose. Their stock's going to drop. But I think it'll be much more easy to recover it in the long term instead of them coming out, say, 2, 3, even 3 months before the consoles are supposed to be here and saying, okay, they're going to be delayed.
Who's texting me right now? Sorry.
But, I mean, the big question that comes along with that with the delay is, do you think they'll just ship with whatever consoles they have, especially Xbox, because it doesn't particularly matter for Xbox. PS5 it is much more of a traditional new console, whereas Xbox is basically a new machine, and the games is what matters for Xbox. So them having a shortage of Series X's at launch could actually turn out to help them, because it could, I think, wasn't the One X a little hard to get at first at launch?
No.
What was
like the first week, maybe?
I think the
That's
first week,
all.
but even still, having something of a short supply, think like Amiibo, that drives up the need and the want.
Well, that's going to be my second point, is that if these systems do not get delayed, then there's going to be a scarcity on the levels of the Wii.
Oh, God, yeah. There's going to be blood in the streets.
Because you're already seeing it with the Wii. I mean, not the Wii, sorry. The Switch, that if you go on Amazon right now, they're actually going for $500.
See, this is... The Switch issues have been foretold for weeks now. They announced 2-3 weeks ago there will be a shortage. Production has ceased, and there will be a shortage.
It's not even that. It's just people who are stuck in the house.
I mean, of course, now there's a huge demand for Switch.
Yeah, because there's a demand. There's a demand for all entertainment stuff. Is getting a price hike.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, the Switch is still the most desired.
Ring Fit Adventure for the Switch is going for $200.
Do you know how upset I was? I was still working. So a little bit of backstory: we both have what are considered essential jobs at this time. But I have a compromised immune system, and I cannot be in the public currently. Sal can work in the public, and I probably shouldn't be around him, but he works for a pretty diligent employer when it comes to cleaning and regulations.
I don't know about that now.
So I forget where I was going with that.
Okay, well, talk about Ring Fit Adventures.
Oh, right. It was a couple weeks ago when the Ring Fit Adventure shortage first started, and I was like, can it really be that hard to get one right now? Like, this was 3 days. This was 3 days into the news stories. So I was like, I wonder if like the local Target has it. I wonder if you can get it at Walmart.com. Absolutely nothing. You could get it nowhere. If you went to Nintendo's website and clicked buy now, every single retailer was sold out. And this is a game that nobody gave two shits about when it came out last year.
Yep.
It came out and people were like, it's not bad. It's a exercise game for the Switch.
Well, now people can't get to a gym, so now they want something to help them exercise at home.
I wanted it. I was going to buy it. I was like, you know what? We're going to be homebound soon. I'll spend the $70 on it.
But stuff like this is going to be, like, the coronavirus is going to cause a scarcity in the video game industry, which, if you're a digital person, you know what? You're going to be fine with this.
But that's what I'm wondering. Like, we're at the point where we as the video game industry and like the fans and such and the consumers, we're already kind of ready. Whereas when movies come out, they come out to a theater, and you have to go out and see them. When games come out, you have to go out to a store and buy them, or you can just go on the console for 99.999% of the games and download them. Immediately, depending on your internet connection. So, yes, while the video game industry is going to be taking a hit in a lot of ways, I don't think we're going to see it until earliest probably quarter 4 of 2020. Or I'll even say no, quarter 3 of 2020 because we're in quarter 1 now. So quarter 3 of 2020, I think, is when we're really going to see the biggest hit.
That's when the systems are supposed to come out.
Yeah, and it's that whole chunk of time at the end of the year, the holiday season, which is usually what helps the video game industry be the multi-billion-dollar industry it is. Yeah. It's going to be scary. I mean, I definitely still plan on getting a Series X whenever it comes out.
Well, thank God I built a PC because I don't think I need them right now. Which also, I think that this coronavirus is actually a blessing for the video game industry because I still don't think that we actually need these consoles right now. I still think that Microsoft just put out the Xbox One X. You can still push games on that. I don't know why we need a new console.
I don't agree.
We don't need
agree.
Them.
I think now more than ever, it is obvious how much of a half step the One X and the PS4 Pro are.
PS4 Pro is definitely a half step. The One X is not a.
It's already at its limit.
No, it's not.
You're going to tell me Doom Eternal's not running that game at its limit when Fallen Order was having issue running the game.
That was not the One X's problem. That was Respawn's optimization. It had problems running on everything. It was just it was a rushed game, which still it's a fantastic rushed game.
Yeah,
but it was a rushed game. That's not it. That wasn't the systems.
I just don't agree. I don't think you can push the One X any harder than it's being pushed, especially not with what these people are trying to do.
Because all these games, like, when these systems release, yeah, it's going to future proof. But like right now, I don't think you need to worry about with the coronavirus going on. You do not have to worry about releasing the Series X and the PS5. Like people will be fine with it if they get delayed. I think because like,
I mean,
we don't need it.
I'm going to be kind of screwed. I'm not buying a One X, and games especially new games, are barely runnable on my Xbox One, like Xbox One base model.
You still have a PS4. That's still good. And
what? Still good. The PS4. Yeah. It sounds like it's going to take off whenever I turn it on.
You got to clean the fans on that.
I've cleaned the fans before. That shit
don't matter. No, you got to get into the system and clean that. That's definitely all dust. Like my PS4 Pro, that is a faulty. What is it called? You know what it's called. Heat sensor sink. Sorry. The coffee. That
sounds coffee.
I'm drinking Gatorade right now.
I think
it's like a little late.
I don't know. I think you've been out of the console game too long. I think
I've been out of the console game for like a month.
Exactly, and I think that's too long because I don't see how you can get any more out of the Xbox One X. That like from what we've already gotten. I think we've hit the ceiling for both of these consoles. The PS4 Pro hit the ceiling, I think, around Modern Warfare.
No, the Modern Warfare runs at 4K and 60 frames on the Xbox One X and on it's close to 60 frames. I think on I think it actually might be. I think the FPS is actually better on the PS4 Pro than it is on Xbox One X.
I believe it is.
But if they can run Modern Warfare like that, it's amazing. That's like they're still worthwhile systems. The big thing that should have been in these new systems are the SSDs, and that's what's very important with these new consoles.
But they're not worthwhile investments anymore because these new systems exist.
I think the Xbox One X is still a very good investment.
No, I think you're crazy.
It's without a doubt, right? Especially with the deals that they're putting on, the $300 for the Xbox One X, you get a 4K Blu-ray player.
But why would I upgrade to an Xbox One X if, even with delays, probably in less than a year, there will be the Series X?
Because the Series X is going to be the more powerful system, could be the better system, but it'll also be 3 times the price probably of an Xbox One X.
Okay, but so then why would I buy a One X right now when it's going to be even cheaper when they come out?
I'm not saying buy it right now.
But that's what I'm talking about. Like at this point in time, they're not worthwhile investments.
But as of right now, if you were going to play, you're going to get a game system, you probably have already got it.
I mean, that's true for most people.
For most people. As I was just saying, like, do we need a new Switch right now?
Because of the Switch Lite, no. I think
but now that's an underpowered system. Even
the Switch came out an underpowered system.
it did, but now there's even more like advancements in the mobile technology. Like,
Yeah,
should we
but-
get a new Switch right now?
Well, no,
Why do we need a new console?
because that's a different. That's
By
a
the way,
different
we got
story.
into a whole different conversation than what we started with.
It's fine, but no, I don't think that's an apples to apples comparison. I don't think those are two easily comparable things. The Switch is filling so many needs, and we are still at a point where there's a bit of a space before we hit the ceiling.
It is. It's filling a lot of needs, but so are the Xbox One X and the PS5. I mean, PS4.
So every time I play a game on my anytime I play a game made in at this point 2019 on my Xbox One X, I get pissed off.
You don't have a One S.
Xbox One, I get pissed off. Like, it annoys me because the loading is a minute and a half to get into the game. Even Doom, the loading was insane.
You have a underpowered system now.
Exactly, but that's the base model for the system.
It's not anymore.
It was the One S is the base model now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It runs games. I wouldn't say it's not on the Xbox One X level, obviously, but it still runs games better than the original Xbox One X.
Yeah, absolutely. But then it still brings back to the point where we already know about the Series X and the PS5 existing, and we know they're coming in less than a year. That immensely devalues the consoles that are already on the market.
I also still don't care. I don't think the Xbox Series X should be releasing right now with their plan of strategy.
Which plan?
That there ain't no exclusives for it.
What do you mean there ain't no exclusives for it?
That any game right now that they're releasing, at least, because we haven't obviously no third parties announced games yet, other than Gearbox. I think they're the only ones who announced what Godfall. Is there any other next gen games announced?
Well, Gearbox is only publishing Godfall. They're not developing it.
I thought they were developing. I thought it was made by the people who made Borderlands.
No, I think Godfall is developed. I think it's developed out of house.
Is it? Yeah, but supposedly first party games are going to be for the first 2 years. Maybe just first year, but they're going to be Xbox One on Xbox One too. Which is
Well, how is that? I'm sorry. How is that a bad?
it's not. It's not a bad thing, but it's just who's going to want to go buy a Series X for $600 when you can just play it on the games on your consoles that you have right now?
Because Sal, when I play things on my Xbox One, it almost makes me want to buy a One X. Like, you're not.
You should have bought a One X. You should have
No.
You should have built a PC.
If
already.
I had bought a One X, you'd have never got a One X. Think about that for a second.
Yeah,
But
got a PC already though.
I'm good. I've been there. I'll get one eventually.
He wants one. He wants one so bad.
It's not that bad. I want one to stream. I'm not missing the games that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not missing the games that bad. I can play them elsewhere. There aren't games I can't play that I'm missing.
Civ?
What are you talking about? I can play that on Mac. I can play that on GeForce Now. I can play that on PS4. I can play that
But
on Switch.
does it run as good?
Yeah, it runs great.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's pull your GeForce Now. It's not even on GeForce Now. You little fucking liar.
Well, it was. I played it on there, and then they took it from me. So
Is GeForce Now even a thing still?
fuck you. Fucking better be. I pay for. No, not yet. I pay in a month or something like that.
But overall,
I do
we
think
barely talked about if the systems were going to get delayed.
I don't think the Xbox will be delayed.
Oh no! I think if Foxconn is still up and running, I don't think we're gonna get delayed. if they have to move over to a new
Plant.
manufacturer, say in Taiwan or Indonesia, they might get delayed.
I still don't see it happening, and it actually, it's to your point of,
And
the games-
we also got to think about if we're going to get the second wave of coronavirus, which is already being talked about in China. If we
Yes,
get hit
absolutely.
with the second wave, definitely getting delayed.
Absolutely, but that's a whole nother thing, because that's a whole nother 3-month world quarantine that we're looking at. with
3
the
months
second
is
wave.
this if it comes back?
No, I'm
for a
saying
second
3
wave.
months on top of, like, 3 months starting in June. Like, it'll be 3 months from June.
I think if we get a second wave, this world's shutting down for at least a year.
Yeah, barring a second wave of coronavirus, COVID-19, the actual name for it, I don't see Xbox delaying, because, like you said, all of the games for at least the first 1 to 2 years will be released for Xbox as a platform. So the good thing about that is when the games are released, you can still buy them. You can still buy any of the consoles that are out there,
In the mic.
because there's plenty of Xbox
Okay, see today.
One S's, plenty of One X's out there. I haven't seen an Xbox One in the wild in a very long time.
There won't be unless they're used.
My thing is, like, I know Walmart has backstock of them. Like, there has to be Walmarts that have backstock of them. They didn't sell that well at all. Like, the numbers didn't start picking up until the One S and One X came out.
Yeah.
So where's the backstock? But you buy the games for whatever Xbox console you already have, or if you're lucky enough to get an Xbox Series X, you buy the game, you play it on that. But when you're playing the game on your Xbox One, you're playing on your One S, your One X, especially the Xbox One, you're sitting there thinking, on the Series X, this is going to look like, from the comparison of the One X, I think it's like 10 times better.
Yeah.
So that's mind share that they have. That's like double mind share, because you're already playing the game. You already own the console. You own the game. You're playing it. And now you're thinking, well, I can't wait until I can get the new console, pick up where I left off with this game, and have a 10 times better experience, supposedly.
Yeah.
And where PlayStation hits a wall is their fucky backwards compatibility. So far, they're saying the top 100 games will be backwards compatible, and I don't know if they announced if it was at launch day.
From what I understand is that the top 100 games are going to be boost backwards compatible, which means they'll run even better on the PS5.
No, I think
I think
it's backwards compatible entirely. I don't think there's a difference between backwards compatibility and boost backwards compatibility. for PlayStation.
I don't think anybody knows, but from what I understand, from what I read, is that it's the boost functionality, and every PS4 games is backwards compatible. But then they haven't announced anything. We don't know yet.
Well, they've announced plenty.
They really haven't announced the backwards compatibility fully yet.
I think that was fully. I think that's pretty much. I think it's bare bones backwards compatibility.
I don't think that was. When we get the official PS5, like, here's the price, here's what the box looks like, here's your controller, release date. I think they'll explain the full, like, what backwards compatibility is to the PS5.
I think that's all the information we're getting on it until well after release.
But let's get to getting back to the delay, though. Do you think that these consoles, do you think Microsoft and Sony would be able to withstand the outcry of people saying, why are you putting workers in danger to make your new consoles?
I don't.
Because, like, honestly, if right now, unless, say, like, this all clears up and they can, like, safely say, get the consoles out, then yeah, it'd be okay. But right now, if they're going to push through to make the consoles, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
I don't think they're pushing through right now. I think a push through would obviously be closer to a probably like a May or June date, depending on what's happening in China. But I also don't think it's entirely up to them. I think it's more so up to the factories because they have an orders list. They have their different orders from each different company, and each different company has a time that they ordered them and a hierarchy of how important they are.
Yeah, but I definitely think Microsoft or Sony would be like, hey, guys, we don't want these made right now.
They could, but
And and if this isn't all cleared up, they shouldn't.
I mean, they should. They should say that.
They should say that, but they
Yes.
shouldn't have them made.
Yes.
Like right now, if nothing gets cleared up and we're still 3 months down the line, this is our life still, and they're saying, hey, we are still getting these made. I'm like, what the fuck, guys? You're really going to put your console first in front of other people's lives, your worker, they're like these people in China's lives? I don't even know what I'm trying to say right now.
I understand what you're saying.
I'm tired. Like
That would be.
I just got done work and we started recording. That's why I'm kind of in my casual clothes right now. So like I'll dress up next time.
I do think it will be a huge human rights issue if it happens. But I do have faith in PlayStation and Xbox as companies. Because I'm not going to say Sony and Microsoft. PlayStation and Xbox as companies, as divisions of companies. I do, in my heart of hearts, believe that they would stop it. That they would not allow it to continue.
I don't trust companies.
Now, if you're talking about to move out of our realm a little bit, I think we're probably still going to see the new iPhones by the end of the year. I don't think those are going to get delayed. There's going to be plenty of fucking shortages, but I'm pretty sure those will be out.
I was thinking about this earlier. I was like, I might be stuck with this Pixel 3 until
That garbage phone.
The phone's not garbage, guys. It's really not that bad. The microphone's fucked up, but I think that's because I got the first wave of phones.
The worst microphone I have heard on a cell phone.
It's because I got the first wave of phones. I knew about it when I got the phone and I looked it up. Well, like after I got the phone, I found out about the microphone. But then after they fixed it all. But other than my faulty microphone,
It's a fine phone,
it's a great phone.
but it fucking ruins it. The goddamn microphone ruins it. Trying to talk to you, it's
Well,
like trying to talk to someone in 5
I could have
tunnels.
gotten a new phone when I first got the phone when it was under warranty. But now it ain't. So I can't really do anything about it. It was just me being lazy, but like fuck it. Also, I didn't really care about it because I don't like talking on the phone, so
Yeah, it only affects the other people in his life.
yeah,
So it doesn't
fuck
matter.
about them. Fuck them.
Will the consoles be delayed?
Yes.
Only time will tell at this point. I hope we will get more information in the next week or two. Not even about the console delays, but even just about the consoles in general. We need a little good news. You know?
I will buy you a pizza if these consoles do not get delayed. I believe that these consoles are going to get delayed into next March. And they're going to see how good the Switch did in March. They're like, you know what? We can delay these. We can wait until March.
I will take the pizza bet on Xbox not delaying their console.
No, I'm saying both of them delaying.
But I'm not saying PlayStation's not delaying.
No,
I
they're
believe
both getting
PlayStation's
delayed. Do you take they're not getting delayed or they are getting delayed? You can't make rules of this. You got to take both of them.
Why?
All or nothing. It's all or nothing.
But I don't believe that. So why would I do that?
Because it's all or nothing. I feel like I'm a singer. I'm just kind of moving this around. I got to keep myself moving.
Yeah, you gotta stop, man.
Well, I got to keep myself moving.
All right, well, keep yourself moving by bobbing and weaving. You can
No,
dance
because
or
then I look
something.
like a crackhead.
I can't. If the Xbox is delayed, I will buy you a pizza. If the Xbox is not delayed, you will buy me a barbecue chicken pizza with jalapenos and pineapple, and you will share it with me. Because you don't think pineapples are good on barbecue chicken pizza.
So what, you only buy me a regular pizza?
Nah, I don't care what pizza you want. I know what pizza I want. You'll probably want like anchovies, onions, and peppers or some shit.
If the Xbox Series X and the PS5 get the lead, you buy me pizza. If they don't get the lead, I'll buy you pizza.
I said Xbox.
Double, all or nothing, and that's what I'm sticking to. Thank
Fine.
you guys.
Let's stick on all or nothing. Both delayed, undelayed. You heard it here. Don't shake too hard. I threw out my shoulder about a minute into the recording.
Jesus Christ.
I've been in excruciating pain since we started.
Well, the Gatorade is all gone, guys.
Coffee's gone. Conversation's over. Join me on Twitter to continue the conversation. I'm at Ladybeard. He is not on Twitter. Doesn't matter.
Send me a carrier pigeon if you got some questions for me. Just and they'll find me.
Hit the dislike button, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Just have a great day and stay inside.